Alright, welcome to another ship showcase. So, I've got two ships for you in this video. The FCS Ashtas Embrace and the FCS Fallen Legion. So, so in my last video I mentioned how I accidentally deleted a few of my characters. So, one of my characters that got deleted was my Freestyle Collective character, so I remade the character and now I'm doing the ships, but this time I've put a rule on I've imposed a rule on myself. So the last few characters I've had, I spent more time building ships for the characters than I did actually playing the game, and so this time around what I'm doing is I'm limiting myself to 3 ships per character. So one large ship, which is going to be this one for this playthrough, one medium ship, and then one small ship. And I've done 2 of the 3 for my Freestyle Collective character, because I have no idea how I'm going to do a small one yet. I want it to look different from these two, because these two have a similar style. So let's go with this one first. This is my large one. So it looks like it's much bigger than it actually is. So this middle deck is a false deck. There is nothing in it. It's essentially just these blocks around the outside and nothing on the inside that's hollow. And the reason I've done that is because it separates the deck, so it almost sort of guarantees you're going to get the layout you want. Like, I know the ladder's going to be at the back, because that's the only place where there isn't, with this a module connecting the two decks you can actually enter. So it looks like it goes up 4 decks with the one at the top, and it's actually only 3. If you want to include this bit here as a deck, but yeah, it's mostly all Stroud Eklund, both ships, because I'm sort of going for like a. If you talk to Walter, he mentions how he's been trying to get the UC to buy Stroud Eklund ships instead of Deimos ships, because he reckons their ships are better, but the UC refuses to get rid of Deimos because of how long they've been working together. So I'm going for a whole, well, if the UC won't buy his warships, the Freestyle Collective will, sort of deal. So yeah, that's why they're all Stroud Eklund. And I think for my smaller ship, I may go for a I'm gonna try and make a Hope Tech military ship, which would be like a rugged sort of scrap ship or something, you know. If you play Star Citizen, think Drake, like a Drake warship. Yeah, so for the weaponry for his ship, it's all automated. I have tested it, and it is as badass as you'd think it is. I took it into the Crix system, and because usually there's so many pirates, and you can only, like, if you're all pilot controlled, you can only shoot one pirate at a time, and they're behind you, to your sides, above you, below you, and it's a complete pain in the ass trying to fight them all on your own. So having all these automated turrets, like, some of them will focus all on one. Like, you may have, like, the ones on this side focus on one ship, and the ones on this side focus on another, and these two at the front will focus on one, you know, and it allows you to kill multiple ships all at the same time. And when I did the test, I didn't have any shields at the time, so I managed to survive the entire Crimson Fleet with 0 shields, just because of how badass all these weapons are. So so yeah, having automated turrets is good. So for my medium ship, though, I do have pilot-controlled weaponry at the front. Yeah, let's go into the tour for this ship. Now, I've already made the video, so I've already seen what the inside looks like, but obviously I've changed the top of it since then, so I'm not sure if the layout's changed since I did the video on it. And it's done that glitch where there's 2 ships inside of each other. That's... can I just run through? No, I can't. Alright. There is a way to fix this, I do believe, if you... do that. And do this. I do believe it should fix it. This is a bug that happens if you play the game for a prolonged period of time. It can cause this bug. Reloading a save game usually fixes it. So if you just while I'm waiting for the screen to load, you notice my name is like my character's name is David Anderson. So right, so I didn't do it. So the only way to do it now is to restart the game or go somewhere else. So I'm gonna go somewhere else. Yeah. So you notice my David Anderson. And if you give your character like a full name, the Vasco guy will always say your character's second name if he can say it. Oh, wait, that's not where I want to go. So when he calls me Captain, he calls me Captain Anderson. Just in case you were curious about that. And yeah, Cheyenne, jump. Let's go to Aquila City because I haven't actually been there yet on this playthrough. I sort of went from the lodge straight to Neon to get the ship sorted for the playthrough.
Welcome to Free Star Space. We're gonna do a quick scan for contraband, and you can be on your way. You're good to go.
God, this ship is so awesome.
Have a nice time in Aquila City.
The hardest part. So originally, I tried to make these ships look like the Nautilus from Stargate. That's what I was originally going for, but just the more I looked at it, the more I thought it's far too blocky. Like obviously the Nautilus has like all these antennae and things coming off it, and it has some curves, but trying to recreate that in this game, it just looked too blocky. And obviously like the front ends of the two sides, the wings of the ship, have like these big openings, and it's all for hangar base, whereas with there we go. Right. So whereas with these, it just looked far too blocky, so I ended up with this instead. Alright. You know what, we're gonna do this one in a reverse. I usually go in through the bottom and then up, but we're gonna go down. So originally I did have the Stroud-Eklund bridge on this, but I figured because I'm going for the big warship, I needed a suitable bridge, so I got the bigger one. So if I'm right, hopefully this ladder should run throughout the ship. It does, yes. So this is the computer core, precisely where I was hoping it would be. Okay, so this is a living deck, yeah. This... Right, yep, this is engineering. No, workshop, right, yeah, I forgot. Right. I keep thinking I put an engineering bit here, I didn't, I put a workshop, alright. And if you go further down, leads you down into the computer room, which leads you into the battle bridge, which I am quite a fan of. So yeah, and like I said, this is all living deck, and then this side is I think more the same. Right, yeah, this leads to my captain's room, which I was really happy about this, because if you've seen some of my past videos, you will notice that I get frustrated because what very often happen is you will have like the captain's room will be put in a place where you have like one door in and then another door out, or like you have to go through the captain's room to get to the infirmary, and it's hard to have the captain's room so it's isolated, so there's only one way in and out. It's like now you have to go through, you know, it's not going to be foot traffic going through, you know, this is a dead end. Alright, so let's go in. So yeah, this is the false deck, there's nothing on the other side of these walls, it's just all open space. And then we're down to the main deck. So this brings you out. Yes, the layout is still the same. I was concerned that when I changed the top, like when I changed the bridge and everything around, it would change the entire layout of the ship, because it's done that before, but thankfully it didn't. It just changed the ladder location in the computer core room. So right, so the idea behind this is you know, you come in No, wait, that's not the entrance. Where's the entrance? Okay, so maybe the layout did change because before the entrance was here. Oh no, wait, yeah, right, yeah. So, you're coming through here, and say you land on a planet just to do some trading. You got all your resources here. So if you don't trust the people you're trading with, they don't have access to the rest of your ship. So you gotta come through security. You sign in. You go there to go up the rest of the ship, and then in through here you got this. An infirmary, and another infirmary, and I think that's it. No. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to do. I was going to change this infirmary to another one of these rooms, just because otherwise you got people being operated on in emergency surgery, and just some guys walking past to getting through to the mess hall. So I may change that infirmary to something else, and then this leads to the forward cargo deck. I built the ship to be like a mix of things, troop transport, warship, and colony ship, so it's a bit of everything all in one, rather than building the 3 separate things. So that's for that end, yeah, so it's in through here. And so because I'm at... I will try and change that now. Change that and see if it changes the layout too much. I'll turn it into one of those living quarter things, so you got like 2 areas where you look like... essentially just turn the entire bottom deck into one big... mess hall, trade hall thing.
It's about 2 hours out. You'll have a tech free?
I can't wait until you start. Hate this jump pack. It's not as good as my old ones. This is just the style of jump pack, the Ranger one.
As long as it's written and signed, you could be on a loaf of bread.
One of my guns is gone. That's because I gave it to someone else. Hold on. Here we go.
Got another freighter that needs clearance on New Homestead after this one.
Need some work? Got anything you need to offload? Sure, how about it?
Let's do this and then check the layout. So, living quarters, infirmary, and then infirmary. So let's change that to a living quarters. I don't care about warnings. I don't think anybody does. It's probably just a maneuverability thing. Okay, so far so good. Perfect, so far so good. Yeah, perfect, that's exactly what I want, so... yeah. Ah, I didn't even realize these had beds in them. Okay, that's cool. I see, like, but this one doesn't. Usually these just don't get beds. I always just treat them as like small break rooms. Okay, yeah, the layout on this ship is perfect. Can't ask for a better layout. So yeah, this is my advice for you. If you're ever trying to make like a big ship, have like a false deck, so the entire outside of this ship, which is visible, like for example, this sort of, might be able to see it if I turn on the light. Yeah, like see it, it stops there and there's nothing there. So the entire like inside of a ship, there's nothing in it on that false deck. So just for visual purposes, you just have these basically where you know. So it looks like there's something there when it's not, you know. So for role players, if you can't, you know, if you want a certain layout, you can do that and then just pretend there is another deck there, but you just never go to it. Alright, so
Anything I can help you with? Sure, have at it.
now this one, I was gonna do the same thing, but it well, basically the problem was by adding in a false deck, I basically made it the same height as the regular ship, and so it wasn't a medium. Like say the other one is a heavy, this wasn't a medium anymore because it was basically the same size. Oh, I gotta change the colors. Alright. I think there was something I wanted to do. Oh yeah, I did it already. No, wait, I did change the colors. Just in this light it looks brighter. One thing I don't like about Shroud Eklund ships is that they have their name all over it. Like, I don't notice it so much with the other ships, but I notice it with the Shroud ones. So in theory, the layout should be, it takes you into a, so that's a workshop. So in theory, it should take us into a brig. And then it should take us like, so yeah, it comes in exactly where I was hoping it would. So, yeah, it follows a similar sort of mindset. Is in order to get to the rest of the ship, you'd have to go through here. Okay, good, right. I thought it'd done the thing where you have to go up the ladder and then come down to get to the front of the ship, because it does that sometimes. I hate it when it does it. No, they've done it so you can just go straight through. Alright. So yeah, we got a living area here. Cargo on this side. So brig, living area, cargo, and then it's the same thing here, another living area, which then leads into a workshop. Did I run past it? I did. Yeah, so this is it. So yeah, you know, mindset again, you come in here, got security post. If you're an unscrupulous fella, or you have a bounty, you go straight to the cells, and if you're here to trade, you go this way, and if you're here, you know, because you live here, you go this way. And that's perfect, it's worked out almost exactly where I planned it. So now you come into the battle bridge. Okay, so it isn't actually exactly the way I planned it. I was kind of hoping you'd come out over here. It's not perfect, but it's fine. Like, I was hoping it would bring you up here.
Do you need my help?
So you got battle bridge that side and battle bridge this side. Sort of like the heavier ship was made to carry people and stuff, whereas this ship was made more for combat. And that leads into captain's room. I forgot I put a captain's room in front of us. Okay, so there you go. Captain's room there, and then what's at the back? Computer room. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. I hate this new... I miss my old ones. My old ones I used to be able to just go straight up for the things. I didn't have to keep pressing it, so... And then obviously then it brings you up to the top of the ship. So let's take this one out. And so I've used the last one. I haven't actually used this one in combat, so let's take off. in terms of power, that's good. I have enough power for all of my weapons and my full shields, and I never really put full power to engines anyway, so that's fine. Yeah, this ship is a lot lighter than the other one in terms of colour, so I'm gonna make it darker. So, yeah, so I got the 3 pilot controlled railguns at the front, which is nice, you know. And the advantage of having pilot controlled weapons is I can actually, you know, start the fight, which I've said, I may have said this in one of my other videos, but for those of you who haven't seen my other ship videos, automated turrets are fantastic. They're the best guns in the game because they can take out multiple targets without you having to lift a finger. But if you go for all automated, like all of your guns automated, like, it's a good thing, like they do work really well, which I will show you. We're using my other ship, but well, the problem is you can't start a fight. So if you want to start fights, like if you want to go pirating and starting fights, you won't be able to do that with all pilot controlled. So, I'm gonna save here, because I'm about to do something very stupid.
Look alive! Oh, they knocked out the grab drive. Critical hit on all weapons! I'm not backing down. This isn't going to end well for you. We got them set. Look alive. The weapon system is down. We can't fight. Grab drive. Get it working. Look alive. Weapon system is out.
Your weapons are back. They've recovered their weapons.
Get him back now. Ground drive offline. We're not jumping out. Quick on, weapon. This is bad. Worst mistake you ever made. Look alive. Grab drop down. Can't jump. Gonna stab that ship across its whole system. Look alive.
Oh boy.
Guess that's your match.
Feel free to start firing now.
Look alive. This is taking heavy damage. We've lost the grab drive. This is pathetic. Gotta finish this quick. The grab drive's down.
And there we go. That's how devastating those automated guns can be. So the way you want to do it is, you notice around the reticle there's all those little arrows. You just want to sort of, like, obviously all my automated guns are on the top of my ship, so that's where I'm strongest. So what you want to do is essentially make sure the top of your ship is facing towards as many arrows as you
Look
can.
alive. Critical damage on the grab drive.
Like that. And there we go, and that's how you do it. Or if you luck with the auto guns, you're trying to aim and just sort of move until they start shooting them and level out, and it'll do a job for you. And doing that where they're all automated is so cool. Obviously, if you really want to go all out, you'd have some on the bottom and some on the top. But the way I build my ships, they're not high enough to have anything on the bottom, really. So, yeah. That's it for this ship, so let's go. That was fun. I am going to be making a House Varun. House Varun character. And the goal behind that one now is I'll find a ship that I like. I'll build a ship, like one single ship, one really nice looking ship that's pure firepower and has like a House Varun style. I'll fill it up with like, you know, as many bad people as I can find. Like if there's any companions you can get from bars and stuff that have a more raider appeal. Like I know there's one in Neon who's part of the gang. I'll get them, dress them up like House Varun. I'm gonna keep getting that wrong. And just go all out. You know, just attacking all the different factions, and it'll essentially be a bandit pirate playthrough, but as House Varun. I did want to do an Ecliptic playthrough, so, you know, dress up as the Ecliptic mercenaries. I really like their armor, like they're really cool looking, but you can't make it so that they won't attack you, so it's hard to be like, I'm part of the Ecliptic mercs while they're shooting at you, you know, whereas with House Varun you can take the Serpents thing, and I'm hoping that by taking that Serpent's Embrace trait, it makes it so that House Varun troops won't attack you.
Hey, what can I do for you? Sure, have it.
Alright, so that's this ship. And now let's go on to this one, which I've obviously already shown off. So now I'm just going to show off its combat potential. I'm going to show you, like, you know what having a ship with all automated guns looks like. And obviously with this time around, I can't start the fight, so I'm going to have to take it somewhere where they will start the fight, and I know exactly where to take it. I'm going to take it to my favorite system to go to when I want to test the ship's combat ability. So yeah, and you know, just while I'm doing this, I may as well just, you know, talk. But yeah, so for my smaller ship, it's gonna be like obviously the Fallen Legion ship is supposed to be like a, you know, like a medium combat vessel. This one is supposed to be like a heavy combat vessel / troop transport and stuff. And so I want to build a smaller one. It's like a drop ship / fighter. And I'm trying to come with a design for it, because obviously it's going to look different to these. And I just haven't been able to come up with a design in my head yet, so if anyone has any recommendations, you know, boom. Let's go. is how it's done. So the last time I did that without any shields. So yeah. So there are some downsides to having automated guns, mostly when it comes to wanting to complete specific tasks. Like if you're just going out to blow shit up, it's perfect. But if you want to try and capture ships, or if you have a quest where you need to mission. If you have a mission where you need to, like, hey, can you go here and deactivate this ship and take this guy alive? You ain't doing that with an automated gun system unless you deactivate your automated guns, because even if you deactivate the ship, they will keep fighting. Like, they will keep shooting. So that's one downside to having automated weaponry. Yeah, so that's these two ships, the Ashtas Embrace and the Fallen Legion. And I shall see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.